Hello everybody, welcome to our Sakura workshop in which I want to show you some fantastic iconic products of our Japanese mother company. But first a few words about me. My name is Justyna Pennards. I live in the Netherlands and work in Apeldoorn as a technical advisor. That means I'm a part of the laboratory team and I'm testing all our products when they come already from the laboratory. I'm the artist who really tests them in under the field conditions. So it's really a fantastic job and I enjoy myself every day, and I want to show you how to enjoy yourself with our products. Well, let's start with our workshop today. What is our aim? Our aim is not very complicated. We want to make a drawing of the Maneki neko lucky cat. Maybe you've seen those cats in Japanese restaurants or in Chinese restaurants. They are supposed to bring you luck, and to attract the luck, you give the cat your own color, so red for love and gold for money, and well, maybe other colors for happiness with our products. If you registered for the workshop, I hope you got a package sent home with our products. And I will show you which products are in the package. If you didn't register, you might have the products anyway, because those are one of the most iconic products of our company. So it's very probable that you have them and you know them anyway. Okay, let's start with our most iconic product, the Pigma Micron. This is a product that Sakura is very known for, because it was the first pen with pigmented black ink on water basis. So it's very, very light fast, and it's known for its filled tip. You probably know the variety which is with a very small tip. This is the number 01. You can see the number always here on the pen, and you can draw very, very thin lines with it, like this. But we gave you in the package the Micron 10 and the Micron 12, which give you much bolder lines. I hope you have fun testing them. So these pens are in your package. Then you see the Graphic 1, Graphic 2, Graphic 3. Then you have the Jelly Roll, the Jelly Roll Stardust, the Koi Brush Pen, the Cray-Pas Expressionist, the watercolor box, small box, bigger box, and you got also our Van Gogh watercolor paper. And I will tell you more about those products one for one. So let's shove them on the side. Back to my paper. The graphics. Where is the third one? Yes. So with the Pigma Micron, you have a filled tip, and you use it like this, because the Japanese write like this. So you have to hold it up. Sometimes people tell me, I don't like this pen because I have to write like this, and my handwriting is sidewards. Well, it's possible with the Micron, but if you want a better result, you can take the Graphic 1, because the graphic one has the same iconic black ink, but another nib. The nib is rounded, and you are able to write in every position. So if you write like this, or write like this, or like this, you always get a good result. So therefore, I think the Graphic one is really ideal for people who don't want to care too much about how to hold the pen. The Graphic 2 and 3, you see always the number here. have a chisel nib. What is a chisel nib? The chisel nib is a square fill tip which allows you to make very broad lines and also very thin lines, which is a great for variety or calligraphy. You see it even with the number 3, which has a broader tip. You have even better results. You see the line change, very thin, very thick. It's also great for bigger areas if you have to color something, like for example, just in a minute, the eyes of our cat. Okay, those are the products with our iconic pigmented ink. Then we have another invention of the Sakura company, which was the jelly roll. That's a great product. It's you have here a small ball that distributes the ink. This is also pigmented ink, but jelly ink on your paper. So here we have the white, which is great for dark paper, but when this ink is wet, you don't see it so good. But you can see these. The stardust, which you can see on the little star here, has a great effect. I don't see if the camera sees it. It's pigmented ink with glitters. So it's mainly for decoration, but also in your art maybe if you like glitters, or you want to highlight some areas, or maybe for your cards or whatever you like to do, scrapbooks. It's really a great product. You see how it glitters? Well, I can see it. I hope the camera sees it too. Okay, those are our pens. Then we have the brush pen, the koi brush pen. We sent you, when you registered, we sent you the sweet set. This is a great set if you are into manga and you draw many kawaii animals. You know, kawaii, the Japanese culture of cuteness, with all the manga characters with big eyes and very cute faces. And the colors in our brush pen set match this culture. We have those fantastic colors. And what is very nice about those markers is also that you have thin lines, but also very broad lines, if you use it like this. And you can make fantastic color gradients. If you let the pens kiss a little bit, then you get the ink from one pen to another, and then you use them to mix colors. You start with one color. You see, I have the orange pen and it's giving me green color. And then in the end, I have the pure orange. So you can mix all the colors, and don't be afraid, because at the end, when the green ink is gone, you can see only the orange is over and your pen is clean again. So this is a great way to mix the colors, but you can also mix them like this, just one above the other. And those pens are made for color and for illustration, mainly for manga and other things. So those are not light fast. The other pens that I showed you are very good and very, very light fast. Those are here are fantastic. The brush pens are fantastic for illustration, manga. That means things that you reproduce in printing. And you have to store them in a darker place, not to allow the sun to bleach them. The other products, those pens, Graphic and the Microns, those are very light fast. They are really totally light fast. You can make a drawing and put it on the wall, and it will not fade in many, many years. So the black ink is very light fast. Also the jelly pens. The jelly rolls are also light fast and do not bleach. So only the koi pens are made for only color and for more for illustration aims. Okay, then you also have got the koi watercolors. They are small sets, but if I'm right, you got the bigger set. But you have, in this small set, I have the metallics and the fluorescent colors and the basic colors. And you have a small palette here, and in the bigger sets, you can take the palette out. As you see, I use my materials. So all the materials I came here today with are used because I really love them. They are really fun, so I couldn't restrain myself of not using them. Okay, so the palette you put here, and in the set you also have a brush with a reservoir. So at some point in our workshop you will need a glass of water, because you have to use water for the watercolor, as the name says. And so maybe please fetch the water now, or in a minute when you have the time, or ask somebody at your home to fetch the glass of water for you. In the meantime, I will show you how this brush pen works. So you can put water in here, just under the water faucet. You fill this one with water, and then you put it together like that, and you have to screw it on to the not to the right like we do in Europe, but it's a Japanese product, so you have to do it the other way around. It's a fantastic brush for if you're into urban sketching, or maybe for when you travel, because you always take it with you. You put the cap on it, and you have your water for your watercolor. And this is, a product for every purse. Even if you have a very small purse, you can take it with you with a small notebook and paint everywhere. So, but you can use this brush also, with a glass of water without filling the reservoir. You just put it like this in water, and it works as well. You see? Okay, so this is for later. You will need a glass of water. And the koi watercolors are great for because they have very bright colors. This is a quality that is not absolutely white, light fast, like our Rembrandt watercolors, for example, but it's more for the illustration, and also for the starting student who loves bright colors. I will show you how great they are in a minute. Okay. Then we have the third invention of the Sakura company, which is you can say the most known one. This is the Cray-Pas. It's an oil pastel, and Sakura invented the oil pastel. So, well, I know you cannot imagine a time when there was no oil pastel in the world, but, well, they did it. And Sakura is a very old company. We are, by the way, celebrating the 100 years of Sakura this year. 2021 is our 100 year birthday, and this was the first product of Sakura. Okay, so how do they work? The oil pastel, as the name says, is oily. So if you put it on your paper once, you cannot draw with a pen on it. It would be not a very good idea, because it won't adhere. Well, you see a small line, but it's not really staying, and you could destroy your pen. So this is something for the last layer, or it's something for a layer with watercolor, because you can, if you make not an area, but if you make some lines and you use watercolor on it. Where is my brush? Here it is. Okay. You use it like this, You see the oil is repelling the watercolor, so it stays. It's a great plaything for the children as well. If you take the white color, white on white, and then you make drawing reappear after putting watercolor on it. Okay, so this was about the products, and we have also one last product. That's the paper we work on. We are working today on the watercolor paper from Van Gogh, which is a very good quality 300-gram watercolor paper with a special coating. You know, watercolor paper is has a coating which allows the pigments to stay on top of the page and not to sink in the paper. So therefore the colors stay brilliant because you see all the pigments at once. They don't disappear in the paper. It's very important to use good paper when you work, because I have tested many papers, and if you take, for example, if your child wants to draw something and you give him bad paper, it's really a sad story, because the child does not think, well, those are brilliant colors. And if you give them good materials and good paper, it will be really motivated to go on with drawing and painting, because the result is really much better on good paper. And the problem with paper that is glued on all sides sometimes is that you cannot get the sheet off. But here, with the Van Gogh watercolor paper, it's very easy, because one corner is not glued. So you just, you know, take it like this, and you can remove your paper sheet, and it's very easy. Let's start with our drawing. We go for the kawaii appearance of our cat, so we wanted to make it very cute. And I start with my Pigma Micron 12, and it's very easy. I make just a circle for the head of the cat, like this. You know, a little bit egg-shaped. The cuteness, what makes the cuteness? The cuteness is when we see babies, baby animals, and they all have unproportionally big heads and big eyes. So the rest of the cat has to be much smaller than the head. And also the eyes have to be very, very big, and it's even cuter if the animal is looking up to you. So, you know, like that. And therefore, when you made the circle, you think where is the half and 1/2, and then you put the nose like here. Small nose, like a triangle, like this. You can make him smile or not, but then the eyes. The eyes have to be really big, like this. Oh, they are really too big, and it's not logical, but they will look great. And you make also some light into the eyes, like all the manga characters you know. Okay. And you can give the cat small ears. And you really don't have to care too much if it looks like a cat or not, because it will be cute by itself. You know, at the end of the process, it will be just great anyway. And you can give him some whiskers. Well, that's it. Then the belly. We want the cat to have 2 paws, 2 hands, so we one hand will be here, so I give him a round belly, but I let some place here for the paw, like this. And of course the cat is winking at us. You know, in the restaurant it's always like this. So we make one paw like holding up, like this, and the other paw is holding piece of gold or whatever, and you can write here what you want to attract, you know, love or money. I will put happiness. Happy. Okay. And if you want, you can give the cat also his paws here, like this. You know, it's not about art, it's more about fun today. And the tail. Well, okay. Here it is, my fantastic cat. I hope your results are better at home, but you will see, even my cat will get cute in the end. So, that was my Micron 12, a bold line, but I want to fill in the eyes. So I take not graphic 1, graphic 3, because then I'm very efficient coloring in the eyes. Like this. You see the bold line is really great, and you get this pitch black area, really great ink, and this will not fade. It's really light fast, and your cat can hang on the wall and bring you luck forever. Like this. And you don't have to be very accurate because you have your white jelly roll. So if you make something wrong, you know, like here coloring above the lines, you always can correct everything with your white jelly roll. Okay, this is it. Oh, he's looking at me. I really love him. So, and then to make it more like manga, I will put a bold line with a graphic all around the cat. It gives him, you know, it already looks like if it's more sophisticated with a bold line like this. All around the cat. And you maybe, if you have these pens at home, you feel how easy it is to make those lines. It's really fantastic how easy you get these broad, nice lines around your cat. So, okay. Oh, here, I forgot a small part here. It is. Wow, I really love my cat. Wow, so. Okay, I give him here a thicker line, so I will make this line even thicker here. Okay, great. It looks like a little bit like a shadow. I like that effect. Okay, so I will move this line. Okay, good. Now the white jelly roll. What could we do with the white jelly roll? We can correct things, but remember the line underneath the jelly roll has to be dry, and otherwise they will mix and you will get gray. But if it's dry, like here, you see it's almost opaque, so you can correct things, or you can make your highlights in the eyes with a gradient. You see, now I'm not very good at it because it's still wet and it's mixing. So this is the effect how not to do it, and here on the right hand side you have the effect how to do it. Because here it's okay. So now I have a gradient in the eye highlights like this. Okay, good. My cat is fantastic. I will go further with color, and I will start with the brush pen, and afterwards I make some highlights with the glitters because I want the glitters to be visible. So not first the glitters and then the brush pen, but first the brush pen. Which color should I give my cat? I think I will give him, today I will make him pink. And it's cute if you put the pink only of half of his face. like this. You know, it's very easy with a brush pen. You get fantastic color. And like this. Okay. Which part should maybe the paws would be like that. And the rest of it maybe blue. This bow as well. And you see here, when the black lines are not really dry, they will mix. But once they are dry, it's totally water resistant. So here it's a little bit gray. And in a while, I can show you when it's completely dry. It's you can paint with a watercolor on it, which we will do in a few minutes. So you can use this effect when you know it will mix to make here a gradient with gray, which gives your cat a little 3D dimension with the small shadows. And once it's dry, you can go with the watercolor. Okay, and the belly. Let's give him an orange belly. Of course, it's up to you if your colors are different. And as I said, there are different colors to attract different types of luck. So if you want money, you have to make it gold, and if you want love, make it red, and so on. You can find all the meanings, of course, when you look up Maneki neko cat, lucky cat. Okay, so now we had the Pigma Micron, we had the Graphic, we had the Koi. Now we have some highlights. We make some highlights with the Jelly Roll Stardust with the small star here. I put it here in the ears. You see the glittering? I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's really a nice effect here. The glitters. And I will make the whiskers glittery. And of course I will make this paper with happy on it, really bright orange with glitter, yellow with glitters, so it reminds you of gold. Or maybe I will work on it with the gold watercolor in a while. So some glitter, some gold. Where could I put some red highlights? Maybe here. Oh, I will give him a small bell here. I will give him a small bell. But then I have to give him also a small band here, like this. Okay. Wow. I really love my cat. Okay. So, what now? We have the cat. We tried all the colors. Now we could be bold and try the oil pastels. As you can see, I use them also. I always want to test my materials before I start something. So everything I use is already used and not new. My oil pastels. I can show you the effect with white. That will be nice. Let's see. I put some flowers here, and you don't see them too well on white color paper. But you will see them when I put watercolor on it. And I will make some bluegrass. Why not? Why should grass always be green? And I will give him a little bit of contrast. For example, a little black here. And remember, these are oil pastels, so once on your paper you cannot remove them, and you cannot write with a pen on it. You can only mix them with water. So this has to be one of the last layers in your drawing. Or you can also use them only for, you don't have to mix them with anything. So many artists use them just as main material for their drawing. Okay, a little bit black, well, maybe something pink. Let's give him a balloon here, pink balloon. You see the intense colors, how great they are? They're really covering everything. Okay, we have this. And you can mix them. You see, when I put the pink on the black, you get a gray gradient of the pink. So you can also mix them with your finger or with Q-tips or other. It's great material to get your hands dirty. I really love that. Well, okay. Those are the oil pastels, so maybe some yellow. Just have fun with them. It's maybe they remind you of your childhood. We have the Cray-Pas also in the junior edition. So these expressionists are for artists, and the Cray-Pas Junior are for the children. Okay, you see there are also some crumbs. You have to remove them. Okay, and now the final touch. Our watercolor box. Well, I hope you did get your glass of water. I don't have water in my reservoir, so I can put the brush just in water like this. And which color should I give it? Here I will do fluorescent pink. And you see, you can fill the white areas with pink. This does not mix with the Cray-Pas. By the way, the Cray-Pas is also very light fast, so made like this. If I put this drawing on the wall, some areas will fade a little bit. This, and this, but the rest will stay light fast for very many years. And the fun with watercolor is, of course, that it mixes great. When you put water on your paper, you have those great gradients and really strong colors, and you get results really without aiming at them. You know, the great result appear like miraculously from self. And now let's see if we can make appear our flowers in white. Here I had a white flower, and ta-da! Here it is, my white flower. White on white is really fun, especially for your children. If you want to make them a magical drawing, you can work with watercolor and Cray-Pas. So, you know, you can mix all the colors together. They always look good. We especially chose a variety with the mixed colors for you, with the specialties, with also pearl and gold, and the fluorescent colors. And, well, look, with more color, it's even better effect like this. And now I can show you, if I put water on the black ink, now it's really dry. You see, nothing happens. So when I was drawing on a wet ink, I had the small gradients. It was a little bit diluting in water, but now it does not dilute at all. It really stays like it is. Okay, so like this. Okay, I think I'm done. No, I forgot something. My gold happiness wish here. I take the dark gold from the specialties and I put it like here. So it's, I'm sure my happy cat brings me happiness. Do I want to put gold somewhere else? Maybe on his ears? Okay, well, some gold accents like this. And on the paws. Okay, so I'm done. I hope you enjoyed my workshop. I hope also that, let's see if it's possible to show it like this. I hope you enjoyed it. So now I have 2 happy cats. And I hope you have one at home too. And otherwise, if you don't, you can always look at the workshop once more and use also different Sakura materials, but they are really fun to mix. And well, let's celebrate the 100 years of Sakura together. I hope you have a fantastic new year, and see you soon for other workshops. Bye.